we go. Okay, yay. All right, so like I said, this is going to be fairly quick. It might be a little bit longer if Savannah hops on, which I think she's going to try to. And like I said, Shayna is sick. Let's hope and pray she's not got the stomach virus. But she said she was holding out as long as she could, and then she just felt like she needed to take care of herself. So absolutely, yeah, especially when you've got a baby. Like, don't worry about us. We got this. All right. So like our like theme, our motto for November is no excuses November. And I had originally planned the first okay, there we go. The first few minutes of our Zoom, I had originally planned to let y'all spend about like 15 minutes talking about what some of you are doing that's giving you some success and really good feedback in your business. However, I kind of feel like I want to take the stage and answer that for y'all and talk for y'all because I am on all of these on all of my team chats. I'm seeing different ones of y'all do really awesome things that are like pushing your business to the next level. So I want to brag on a few people. And I do get momentarily distracted there we go. Thank you, Savannah, for muting yourself. Savannah just hopped on, so she's with us. Yay! But I wanted to talk to y'all about some of the things that different ones of y'all that are doing that are giving you a lot of success. And I probably, since she's on here, I probably will let Savannah talk about this in just a little bit. Savannah and Tegan let their whole team chat know that they had printed their entire Facebook friends list. And Savannah sent this voice memo to her team about all the people that she has not even scratched the surface with from Facebook, that she's starting to build relationships with and reach out to. She gave us an idea about the message that she's sending to them. It's friendly, it's warm, it's personalized, and y'all, I love it. And she has already gotten a couple. She messaged 8 people when she first printed it. I think it was 8. She can correct me if I'm wrong, but she messaged 8 people right away. And of those, I know she said one was for sure interested, and I think she got a few maybes. I'll let her talk about that in just a second. I've also on Savannah's downline, we've got Camille over here who is tearing it up. She is blowing it out of the water. She is reaching out to people, messaging people daily, building relationships, and obviously it's working because she revealed to me the other night that she didn't sign anybody in the month of October, but she's already signed 2 customers in November, and she's getting a lot of feedback. So I'm super proud of her and proud of what she's doing. So Savannah, while we're talking about it, just because I wanted to brag on Camille and on you, can you give our whole team a run through of what you and Tegan did with Facebook, and then I'm going to kind of bounce onto a different but similar topic when you're done. And I'm unmuting you right now.
Perfect. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay! Okay, y'all. So I have heard countless times about people printing their friends list and how beneficial it was, and I just thought, there's no way. I can just go through my friends list and I can just message people that way. And I did that for the entire A's and B's of my friends list. And I got nowhere. So the other day, I watched Chelsea's video, and It Works Boom. She recently posted it about how to print your friends list. And so I just followed her exact directions that she gave in her video, and it's super simple. I had 4,005 friends or something, and so it took ages for it to convert into a PDF. And so I have a Mac. It was just very simple to go to File, Export as PDF, and it actually dropped it into my desktop, and I was able to send it to our apartment printer, and I printed the first 30 pages of it. Because I didn't want people to give me mean looks in the computer lab, so I did 30 pages of it. And started off, you can see on the first page is people that you typically interact with the most. So those are most likely other distributors on your team, other people in the company, or just your best friend. And so you can see I took a different color and crossed out All the It Works people are like my mom and my dad, stuff like that, crossed all of them off the list. And so the ones I've highlighted are the ones that I've messaged. And like you can see that this girl responded, and she actually said something like, "Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to talk to you about It Works. I would love to try that." I see this girl in class. Like, I never would have assumed that she would be hesitant to reach out to me. And so I wrote PLC next to her name. So when you print it out, it does take a lot of paper and a lot of ink, but I truly think it's worth it because you're able to have it on paper. And I'm a visual learner, so I love to be able to write it out on the paper. And then from my friends list, I have my planner, and I have extra pages added in the planner that I have specifically for potential. So in addition to writing it on the actual Facebook printout, I add it to my notebook, so that, mid-month and end of the month, I can follow up with those people. And as Kate mentioned earlier, I sent a voice memo to my team regarding follow-up, because so many people send these incredible messages, and just because they get a no, not right now, or let me think about it, they kind of give up and they forget about those people. And those are definitely potential. So just in writing them down, if you have a planner, if you have, a piece of paper that you want to write your potentials on, whatever it might be, writing those names down will allow you to just go back to them. And I was telling my team earlier, a message that I'll send to a potential might be something like, "Hey, Kate, I know we talked previously and you weren't exactly ready to start with hair, skin, and nails, but I just wanted to check back in with you and see if you'd like to try it now. I'm still offering an incredible discount. Would you be interested? Or is that something you'd like to try? Or does that sound appealing to you?" I do try to end it with that question because they're just more likely to respond. And then we talked about how often you follow up, because once you write their names down, you gotta remember to follow back up with them. And honestly, that's half the battle for me. I get their name down and then I forget, like, oh, so and so, I forgot to follow up with them. We were typically saying it's around 2 to 3 days. If you message them and they don't respond, give them 2 to 3 days. Message them if they read your message. I've even said, like, "Hey girl, I saw you read my message," like on Instagram or at Facebook. "Saw you read my message, just wanted to see if you had any questions or if you had anything I could help you with." And then, like Kate mentioned, if you don't hear anything, you just nothing back, wait a couple weeks. And people that I don't hear anything back from, I definitely follow up with at the end of the month, because something that I found really helpful is towards the end of the month to follow up with those potentials and say, "Hey, I'm still offering this incredible," and at the end of the month, I'll call it end of the month special. We obviously have the loyal customer program going on the entire month, every single month. But towards the end of the month, if you called it an end of the month special, it puts that urgency on them to think, "Oh, this is just an end of the month thing. Like, I need to jump on this before she doesn't have any discounts left." So sorry to ramble on, but I really do think that there's value in printing off that friends list. Just to have these physical 30 pages to go through until I can take on the next 30. I definitely would be overwhelmed had I printed out the entire thing, but break it up into what you think is feasible for you. And having this, I can take a couple pages to the coffee shop with me, and I make it my goal to go through those pages. So you can easily fit it into your schedule too when you have it in front of you.
Okay, thank you so much, Savannah. All right, I'm going to mute you again really quick. And if y'all have questions about that, drop them into the chat. And if we don't get to them tonight, I can send them to Savannah, or we can divvy them out and answer any questions that y'all have in our group chats. I did the same thing, only I'm like almost at my friend's max. I have like 4,940 something, and I have reached 5,000 a couple of times, and I just had to go through and do like a deleting spree. But I printed out like my first 200, and yeah, it does. It does give you like the top people that you're interacting with, which for many of us are going to be our It Works team members, our uplines and leaders. So yeah, everyone that you see blacked out with a yellow marker are our It Works distributors. And so the first 2 pages, the first page is full of black marks. The second page It's probably about half. And then the third and there on out, like that's when I'm getting into these people that I'm working on and I'm building relationships with. And what Savannah said about following up with people, and she said this in her, I think she said it just now, and she also said it in her group chat. When you are messaging people, reaching out to them, making friendships, and then you eventually bring up the business or the products, if you're not writing down their names or keeping track of them in some way, whether it's in your calendar, on your phone, in your planner, then if you're not keeping up with them in some way, then I have to be the one to tell you that, you know, in a way you're wasting your time. Organization, I'm not organized at all. I don't have a brain cell for organization, but in order to have a successful business here, I've had to make myself come up with some sort of method of organization. So for me, I use my calendar in my phone. Like I'll go right down. Actually, I think I had a girl written down for next Wednesday. And it just says Kayla, Facebook, hair, skin, nails. It has her last name, Kayla, whatever her last name is, Facebook, hair, skin, nails. So I put her name, the platform where I know her from, Facebook or Instagram, or it'll say Kayla text if I have her phone number, and then the product that she's interested in. If she were interested in the business, it would say Kayla, Instagram, business, or Kayla, text, business. So that's one way that I do it. And then, yes, I also have a planner. I'm not as prone to writing things down in my planner as I probably could be and should be. But hey, I'm keeping up with it on my phone, so that still works. But this was the first time I'd ever printed my Facebook friends list, and it overwhelmed me to think of trying to print all 5,900 and something. So I just printed my first 200. So these are my top 200. And I'm going to craft a personal message to every single one of them. I'm going to be super personal. And I'm going to say, like, I'm thinking about some of these people who have maybe liked a couple of posts, even some of them that intimidate me. Don't think that I don't get intimidated by people. I do get intimidated by people. I am scared to message certain people. But I remember like this time, well, I remember trying to go diamond. It's been like a year and a half since I went diamond. And I remember thinking like, I was not scared of anybody, and now I'm a triple diamond. What do I have to be scared of? So I'm trying to get back to that attitude of like, the worst that can happen. I've had only one person be rude to me, and she messaged me first to tell me that my raps were stupid. So I don't really even count her. But the very worst thing that can happen is that someone's going to tell you no thank you. And like I've told y'all a million times, and I will always say it, if someone's, you know, for me messaging someone, if someone is rude to you, that's a problem with them, not with you. So, you know, that's my thing about like reaching out to people and messaging them. So I'm just going to work on all of these people, and I'm going to send a very kind and warm and personal message. And I'm going to let them know we're coming up on the end of the year, and I've got, you know, all these lists of friends on Facebook that I've not reached out to, friends that I think would be good at this, friends that might want to try a product at some point. So I wanted to include you. Are you interested in either one of them? By the way, I love seeing the post of your newborn. I think he is so precious. I'm going to add a personal touch to every single message because that is important to me. Okay, I see Savannah's put something in the chat. All right. So I want to hop from there. I did have something I wanted to say about messaging people, and it would make sense to put it in. It would make sense to put it in right here, but I'm going to save it for just a little bit because it kind of goes along with a few other things I wanted to say. So I wanted to talk about how we're going to make the most of our November and the most of the remaining year. I want you guys to know, I do want to touch on commissions yesterday. Those of you who were like thrilled to, I hope every single person was thrilled with what is going to be going into their bank account on the 15th, because without this business, you wouldn't have anything extra going into your bank account on the 15th. And I think that every single month we definitely have the ability to completely turn it around and make November an even better month than October. So I'm going to be honest, I was not super thrilled with my October paycheck. I actually took a $1,000 pay, almost a $2,000 pay cut. I was not happy with that at all, especially right here at holiday time and travel time. I don't know about y'all, but the month of October was kind of crap for me. I feel like I was so lazy. I feel like I didn't work. I feel like I didn't work a fraction as hard as I could have. And while there are other ones of you on this team who had an amazing October and y'all were so thrilled and so excited, and I'm so happy, I personally was just not super thrilled with what I did for the month of October. But I do want to go ahead and say that so far in November, y'all are blowing it out of the water. Like November is already looking so much better than October. I don't know what it is, y'all. I remember even last November was a better month than October, and I actually think last November was like better than September for me. So I'm so proud of like the work that y'all are doing, and I'm proud of myself so far for this month. I've been so much more serious this month than I was in October. I don't know. October was a weird month for me. I can't even really explain it. So I think that this is a season of making those contacts, because the fact of the matter is that we are getting in. Remove your notebook from your speaker. Can y'all hear me okay? Does that help, Allison?
Yes, it just sounded muffled, so maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, I've moved it. It's over here now.
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So I want y'all to know that, like, during this time, it's so important to be making contacts, because the fact of the matter is that it is holiday and Christmas and Thanksgiving time. I know that for my family personally, November, despite what sort of income we might have, November is an expensive month for us. I think it's even more expensive than December. We're traveling more in November than we do like at Christmas time. So I know that if it's like that for us, it's like that for a lot of people. So people might not be, or you're going to run into a lot of people who really, want to try a product, want to be a customer for you, and they're just, the budget's kind of tight right now. And I want y'all to know, first of all, that that's okay. That's 100% okay. But now is the time to be making relationships and making those contacts, because I'm telling y'all, you're going to be so like stoked and so excited right after Christmas. Like, here they come. The months of January, February, and March, it is like Savannah is doing this right now. Yes, it's like they're gonna come in. Oh gosh, they're gonna be coming after Christmas. It like explodes, y'all. It's so crazy. So this goes back to what I was about to say about the messaging. I love that y'all are reaching out, messaging people, and making personal like contacts, relationships. I want to make sure that everybody on my team knows that this business is not just about sending 100+ messages a day. If someone ever tells you that all you need to do to be successful with It Works is send at least 100 messages a day, know right now, this is me, your leader, telling you that that is false. It is not about who can send the most messages. Our secret sauce is not in who can send the most messages. Our secret sauce, seriously, if you want to know why I'm a triple diamond, how I went triple in less than 2 years, it's because I aimed and I strive to make friendships first. I sincerely do not care if like all these friendships I'm making, I don't care. Like my number one goal is not to get a sale. Like I'm 100% serious about that. It's not to get a sale. I want to like make a personal connection with each and every person. So what I'm saying about November and December is that now is the time to do that. I love that y'all are messaging like crazy, but I also hope, and I know because I've seen a lot of y'all are sharing the things that you're saying, and they're amazing. So I hope y'all know that adding those personal touches so that those people know that you're striving to be friends first, y'all, it's going to help you so much. There's this girl that messaged me about the keto diet. Nothing about It Works. She messaged me about the keto diet a little more than a month ago. And since then, I have just followed up with her, not about It Works. I've like twice. I have messaged her again on Facebook to say, hey girl, how's the keto diet going? By the way, I wanted to share this recipe with you that I just tried. It is a lot of work. Like it's work kind of keeping up with people, because it means you care about them. And I do. And I'm keeping up with what's going on in her life. So I'm being sure to message her every couple of weeks. Y'all, 3 nights ago, this girl messaged me first. So keep in mind, she reached out to me first over a month ago about the keto diet. Since then, I messaged her twice just to say, what's up? Try this recipe. You're going to love this. 3 nights ago, it's Thursday. 2 nights ago. Sorry, it's Thursday. 2 nights ago. She messaged me and basically said, hey, Kate, I've been seeing some of those products that you're posting about. I hope you know that I am not ignoring your posts. I think that they're great. And I had some questions about ThermaFit. And y'all, I was like, are you serious? Like, I of course, I didn't say that, but I was like, this is, and it's not just her. She's just the most recent example I can think of. This is what I work for, to make friends who maybe at some point will want to try a product or be a part of the business. But I hope that, I hope I'm not the only one who's like, your main goal should just be to connect with people, because that's the business is going to come naturally. And I would say I would seriously say for myself that out of 10 people that I strive to make a new friendship with, I'm probably going to end up with 6 or 7 of them as a customer or as a part of this amazing team with me. And to me, that's a pretty good like turnover rate. And even if not, even for the ones that don't or don't become a customer or are not a customer yet, that's okay, because I'm just that kind of personality where I love making friends. So that's what's fun and that's what's important to me. So now is the time to be making those connections and making those friendships. What, baby? Yeah, you did. You want to go get a towel and dry off? Okay, go get a towel. Don't run because you might slip and fall. That happened the other night. That was not fun. Go slow. Thank you. Be careful. All right, so along with, making these new contacts, what I'm also doing with my Facebook friends list is I'm looking for those people that I'm not just going to like instantly, what? Okay. I'm not just going to like randomly reach out. I'm going to start interacting with them. Like, I'm trying to find someone that like I didn't even realize I was friends with. Okay, well, here's this girl, and I've like seen her on Facebook. But as many times as I've seen her somewhere in my timeline, I don't think that I've ever, to my knowledge, maybe I've liked some stuff, but I don't think I've ever like commented and started a conversation. So she is a boy mama as well. And I think her little boy is like less than a year old. So I'm going to be I'm a boy mom too. I'm going to be aiming to like start commenting on some of her stuff. I might start doing it like tonight. And then maybe towards the end of next week, I'm going to message her and just kind of give that rundown that I just gave y'all about the message I'm going to be sending to some of these people. What, baby? Okay. Okay, hang on I'm sorry, y'all. I have to go get my son a towel. I'll be right back.
Y'all, while Kate's gone, I was just going to share something that, like, I know I said I printed the first 30 pages. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that, like, I got to page 4 or 5 of these, and there were people that I had never seen on my timeline. Just like Kate said, there's so many people that, like, if we're not interacting with them, we're not going to see them on our news feed, and therefore they're not going to see us. So I've actually been going through and highlighting those people in a different color so they can make it a point to go back through and, like, check out their profile, start liking their stuff. And then also, I've gone to a couple of them, and they don't even appear to be active. So if you're getting close to, like, your friend limit, those are definitely people that you can unfriend, of course, unless, like, you have a background with them or something and you want to keep them as your real friend. But there's been a couple girls I know that I had no idea were even on the timeline, and have made it a point to go to their profile and check in on them and see what they're doing and start liking their stuff so that they'll in turn see my stuff.
Savannah, I'm not quite sure what you just shared, but I'll hear it in the recording. So thank you for picking up.
It wasn't anything bad.
Well, I had to go deal with mom stuff, and I am here by myself tonight. Eric has got his own plans tonight, so I'm here by myself. So if I do have to interrupt us to go take care of Vault, I'm sorry. It's mom life. But that's the beauty of this business, is that I can have a meeting with y'all and be a mom. So that's great. Okay. Let's see. So kind of going from, I think I said everything I wanted to say about making contacts, being personal, starting conversations. To sum that up, I just want to make sure that y'all know that this business is not about who can send the most messages. This business is not about mass messaging. Are the most successful people going to be the ones that are talking to the most people? Yeah, but they've also probably been working for months to build those relationships with people. If you're writing anything down, please let that be one thing that you write down. I know in the beginning, I probably told some of y'all who have been with me pretty much since the beginning. I know like Jessica, Savannah, AV's been with me for a while. Tyler's been with me almost since the beginning. Okay, I'll turn it on in just a second. I think that I used to say, oh, you just need to message more people. I think I did at some point was giving that advice. Are you messaging a lot of people? But now I know, and it did. What? Hang on. Not y'all. I mean him. In the beginning, I did think that's what it was to it, is who can message the most people. All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I can't multitask. Let me make sure this is. Paw Patrol's on. In the beginning, I thought it was about who can message the most people. And now that I think it took going Triple Diamond for me to find out that it's not just about who can message the most people. It's who can love and care about the most people and make those friendships and those relationships. That's 100% it. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Moving on, we've had a couple of new people jump on and make sure that you're muted. Now's the time to be following your steps to success, or working as hard as you can to follow those steps. In the month of October, I did sign up 8 customers. I got 2 distributors. Y'all, I typically am not signing 3 distributors a month. I want you to know I'm not a mass enroller. And I went Triple Diamond not being a mass enroller. You do not have to be a mass enroller to be successful, but I do try my very, very best to print that the steps to success sheet and sign those 4 customers and then 3 distributors and help one of them sign 2. I would say out of 12 months of the year, I probably do it perfectly, maybe 4 months, okay? But now's the time to be looking at those steps to success and trying your very best to get them done every single month. What I love about this business, like, I think I used to say that you should do it works. It's super easy. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's really not easy. I mean, I guess you kind of have to define easy. Doing this business is a lot easier than living the way that we were 2 years ago right now. Oh my gosh. Like, I could just, even though I just talked about how my check for October took like an almost $2,000 hit. Y'all, when I look back to what my life was like 2 years ago right now, I'm just so thankful because this is a business. Sometimes they're going to be a little bit harder than others, but it's so much easier than what my life was like 2 years ago. But in general, is this business like the easiest thing in the world? No, it's really not. It's not super easy, but you know what it is? It is super simple. 3 steps, 3 steps every single month. And when you enroll those 3 distributors, those 3 people who want some hope in their life, who need some sort of change in their life and their finances, teach those team members to do the exact same thing. That's all it takes, y'all. It's super simple. It's not the easiest thing. And I have a lot of people on my team, and I used to say this too, who say, I can't get any distributors. Kate, how do I get distributors? I can't get any distributors. I need to get distributors. How do you get them? You don't get distributors. That's not what this business is about. You can sign up 100 distributors. Go be my guest. But you're not going to make any money at all if you're not loving on them, giving them hope, sharing in their joys and their sorrows and learning about their why, and then teaching them to do exactly what you are doing. It's not about getting distributors. And this goes back to what I was just saying about building relationships with and loving on people. There are too many, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but there are a lot of people in It Works who maybe do a good bit of like mass enrolling, I'm kind of, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's awesome, especially if you can, if you have like the brain cell to like work hard and be personal with each one of them and help them to get going. But to me, I guess I'm kind of glad I'm not a mass enroller, because my heart is so big for this company. That's a lot of people for me to have to share my heart with at one time. I'm kind of glad that for me, I'm a slower enroller. I maybe enroll 1 to 3 distributors a month, but that means that I have the time to love on every single one of them, talk to them personally, meet up with them, help them do a wrap party, learn about their why, and just really do everything that I can to be there for them and help them. So I want y'all to know that I know I started with the steps to success, and then is the business easy? No, but it's simple. I don't want y'all to think that this business is all about getting distributors. You need to be focused on loving on people, and people come here because they're looking for hope and they're needing some sort of change in their life. I want you to, they're going to come to you because you're going to say something or write something or post something that makes them feel something. Well, then in turn, you need to feel what they're feeling. So please take your time to get to know these people that you're talking about the business with. And if you'll take your time to do that and really like talk to God about it and ask him for guidance when you're doing this and you're inviting people into this business and into this opportunity, you're going to sign up some incredible people. And it's going to be so much more fun, and it is going to be it's going to be a lot easier for you when you're doing that. And again, that's something that I don't think I learned until this year. I think I used to be obsessed with getting distributors. I just need to get them. But it's not just about getting them. You got to love on people. And I love that. I love that It Works has given me an opportunity to love more people. Seriously. Like, I'm not being corny when I say that. I love to love people. That's just me. All right. Talking about like setting up your auto ship as part of the steps to success. I know, y'all listen, I know it's holiday season. I know that not everyone has the extra money to spend. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Maybe this is that thing that I said, maybe this was before I started recording. I was like, do I have anything I shouldn't say? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is going to be on my YouTube channel later. But my auto ship this month is set for 60 BV instead of 80. For one, I do have to watch my spending this month, y'all. Well, Team Umizumi's not on right now. You're going to have to watch Paw Patrol. No. Okay, go back in there, please. Because an 80 BV auto ship is typically about an 80 BV auto ship is typically close to 100. Actually, for me, like an 80 BV auto ship is about $110, $115. Well, I've got a ton of, we've got 2 ways to stay commission qualified. And I've got a ton of PBV built up. I have like 300 PBV. So I set my auto ship this month for 60. That's going to tack onto my PBV. And so for me this month, like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm going to save a little bit of money and not run an 80 BV auto ship. If I shouldn't say that, oh well, sue me. But I want y'all to know that we have those 2 options for a reason. And I'm never going to be that leader that makes anybody feel guilty for not running an $80 auto ship. That is why this business is so flexible. You don't ever have to run an auto ship. But if you're not going to run an auto ship, you need to be trying to sign, 3 to 5 customers a month, following your steps to success, so that your PBV makes sure that you're commission qualified. So I just wanted to say that because we're right here at the holiday season. And in October, hey, come here, you need a spoon if you're going to eat that. Because we're right here close to holiday season. And maybe in the month of December, if I've got some more PBV built up, I might cut down on my auto ship in the month of December too. And that's okay. Just know that I'm never going to be that leader that makes you feel guilty for it. At the same time, though, you need to try when you can run an auto ship of any kind, you do need to have some products on hand. Every single person on this team, especially those who have been a part of it, and I think most of y'all have been a part of it for a little bit, for a while, except for maybe I see Kai's on here, and she's pretty new. But every single person on this team can tell you the importance of having products on hand. Like, if I'm talking about Confianza, like I can take a selfie with it. I can show you me holding it. I'm not just going to, not that there's anything wrong with stock photos, but I'm not just going to go get a stock photo. You're going to see a selfie of me holding it. Core Nutrition, I've got ThermoFit, chocolate greens, and all that. So that, y'all, that's the importance of running an auto shipment. It's not like, I love y'all too, Camille. It's not just to benefit the company. Buying products is a benefit to you guys. It really, really is. You need to show that you're a product of the product, especially right here at Christmas time. Like, y'all, I'm striving to show people that I'm over here like 3 pounds from a weight that I have not been literally since like 9th grade. I'm not even playing. While everybody else, not everybody, but a lot of other people are going to get fat over the holidays, and they're going to put on their holiday weight and their Christmas weight. And I'm going to be over here like, I was using these products all throughout Christmas and Thanksgiving, and Mama's over here looking good. I'm going to get you doing what I'm doing. So that's another thing about running an auto ship, is that you can be a product of the product. So I'm going to show people, like, you wouldn't put on 10 pounds over Christmas break. I did it because I had my cleanse. I had my ThermoFit. I had my greens. I took my fat fighters on Christmas Day after my mama's Christmas brunch and all the fried chicken and the bacon and all that stuff. So that's the important thing about an auto ship. But I do want y'all to know, especially during this season, if the 80 BV auto ship is pushing it for y'all, you'll never hear me complain or guilt trip you about it. You will never hear me complain or guilt trip you. But just know that's why we have that PBV option. You've got to sign a couple of customers. And, you know, even if you can even do an order that will go, you know, order the greens, they're 30 or 35 PBV and BV, and they'll go to your PBV, you know, if you need that little boost. So this month, yeah, I will be using the 150 PBV. I'm being real with y'all. It is what it is. I got to save money. Okay. Crossing out all my notes I've talked about. All right, if you have not visited the training in your eSuite, y'all, I looked at it for the first, don't hate me. I looked at it for the first time like last night. I'm not playing. I finally went to it and pulled up the leadership videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, why am I just now doing this? Cami Dempsey does a lot of them, and she is so great. There's just something about her that I really relate to. So Cami does a lot of them. Y'all, if y'all want to know about ketosis and keto coffee, Dr. Dawn, like, there's a whole segment about ketosis and keto coffee. Learn about it, because that product is flying off the shelves and people are buying it like crazy. So there's like 4 videos about keto coffee and ketosis. Go do it. And also, as far as the training, I never, even as a newbie, I never looked at my training academy. First of all, the training academy sucked when I joined. It was like super outdated and just, it wasn't fun to watch. And I'm there like, you have to entertain me. Like, if I'm going to, I don't like to sit still for very long. Like, I'm not ADD or anything, but like, I can't just like you got to entertain me. If I'm going to sit and listen to you, you got to be funny. Like, you got to, and it wasn't like the videos on Training Academy when I signed up, they sucked. I watched like 2 minutes of one and I was done. So I trained myself using YouTube and stuff. I trained myself using like all the YouTube channels and videos that I send to y'all. And I'm like, this is how I learned. So I want y'all to know that, like, this Training Academy, they completely redid it last summer, and it is amazing now. So y'all have all the resources as far as Training Academy, YouTube, ambassador pages. Y'all have all the resources that I had. I think for some reason I started writing. I was kind of going to jump from the training to talk about like how I got here, like to Triple Diamond in less than 2 years. I want to make sure that y'all know it was not luck. It was not me getting in at the right time. There have been people who have joined this team, not directly under me, but there have been people who have joined like under Chelsea or Susan, who joined 6 months after I did and are Triple Diamonds right now. There are people who joined. There's this girl that joined Chelsea in January of this year, and she might be a triple diamond now, but I know she's a double. I hope y'all know that like their success here really is for everybody. I simply got started a little bit before some of y'all, but that doesn't mean anything. That means absolutely nothing. And I want y'all to know that y'all have your hands on everything that I had and have my hands on. The difference and how, like, why I'm here right now is because of the work that I'm putting in every single day. It is intentional. It has a purpose. And I pray really, really hard about it. While other aspects of my life are not perfectly lined up and all that great at the moment, It Works is the one thing to me that is, what's it called? Solid. Wait, no, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like, It Works is the one thing in my life I'm 100% confident and sure of. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm an okay mom. I mean, my child is breathing and he's fed and watered, but I am 100% sure of what I'm doing with It Works. Like, I'm confident in It Works, whereas the other parts of my life are completely messy. Like, I don't look at me and think that I am so great. I'm not. Everything else about me is so messy. Hang on. What up? Hey, what are you doing? I'm having a Zoom with my team. Are you leaving New Albany? All right, well, I made you dinner. Okay. All right, well, let me let you go. I'm having a meeting. Bye. So, It Works, like I was saying, is just the one thing that I know I'm good at. It's the one thing that, to me, is 100% solid, whereas everything else is like quicksand. It Works is 100% solid, and I'm really not trying to brag on myself. I just want y'all to know that I'm here because, gosh, I just fell in love with it, and I'm so intentional with it. So that's the look at Davis over there creeping. He thinks I can't see him. I can see you. Is that Davis? I just suddenly saw this face kind of creeping in. I was like, who is that? Okay. And then, I just talked about this a while ago, but you want to go straight to the top with It Works. This is kind of what it takes, is that, stop yawning, Camille. You're not that tired. You got to find 5 people who want to do this and want this as badly as you do. That's seriously, that's what it is. And I'm so grateful that I found 3 of those people pretty quickly. I'm still working on numbers 4 and 5, but because of the work I'm doing, I have faith that they're coming. I know they're coming. Actually, I think one of them might already be here. She just doesn't really know it's her just yet. But to go straight up, to become an ambassador in this business, you got to find 5 people. And that goes right back to the steps to success. Find 5 people who want to do this as badly as you do, who need it. Find those 5 people who just need that extra $500 a month, because that's what most people start out for. I wasn't like that. Like, my magic number was 4,000. Honestly, like, you're like, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it is. But that's how not great mine and Eric's situation was at the time, was that I hated teaching so much. It was not paying the bills at all. So yeah, I needed to double my teacher salary. I'm not one of those people that started for $500. Sorry, I'm not. I needed like 4,000. Double diamond was it. I needed to be a double diamond. And I did that in just a little bit more than a year. But what most people sign up for is they want to be the Ruby. They need an extra $500 a month, because an extra $500 a month is gas, utility, groceries, and maybe your car insurance. Well, I wonder why she ate your ice cream. Did you put it in the floor? Will you go get it out of the floor, please? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Find those 5 people who want to make an extra $500 a month. And then, just like the steps to success, you guys, teach those people to do everything that you're doing. And then they'll find their 5 people. Go wash your, go. Oh, no, I'm covered in ice cream. Teach those people to do the steps to success. They're going to find their 5 people who really want it. And then what happens? Gosh, y'all, like, How awesome is it when their 5 people find their 5 people, and those 5 people find those 5 people? I want y'all to know that this is like a never-ending ladder to success, because the world, there's like 7. Please throw it away. Because there's 7 billion people in the world. Okay, people are getting fired every single day from their jobs. People are quitting every single day. Every single day, people are going to college or enrolling in some sort of like trade school or courses that they eventually figure out, well, this sucks and I don't really want to do this. People are constantly looking for a new opportunity. People are constantly going into their 4th year of teaching and wondering, what the heck is my life? Like, what am I even doing right now? It happens every single day. So just believe me when I say you're never going to run out of people to talk to, ever. People are turning 18 every day, because you got to be 18 to be a distributor. And they're not wanting to get a part-time job because they want to roll with the homies on the weekend. Like, they want to go out and have fun. They want to go shopping. They want money to spend what they want to spend money on. You are never going to run out of people to talk. Like, I hope y'all know that. It is a never-ending ladder to success. So believe me when I say I've got my 3 or 4 people, and I'm going to find my 5th one. I know he or she is out there somewhere. Find your 5 people and teach your 5 people to do the exact same thing. So they're going to find their 5 people. And it's trial and error. You are like, that's just business. You're going to sign up people, and those will be the distributors that you just get. You're going to sign up people that maybe in the beginning, like, really, really want it, and then they fizzle out. Y'all, pray them in and pray them out. It's like the tide. It rolls in and it rolls out. No Alabama references here. Why did I say that? Okay. I actually already talked about that. Awesome. Okay. Let me make sure I had one other page of notes. We kind of talked about, so we talked about the thing about messaging, that it's not just, I'm seeing y'all's messages in the chat, that it's not just about messaging people. We talked about that. As far as attraction market, I did want to touch on attraction marketing. And I'm not really on a roll where I could go too much into that, but that kind of ties back into, I think this is the time in the season to really show that you're using the products, especially like during this time when most people complain about putting weight on in the winter. Aside from last fall, when I put on like 20 pounds in the fall, it was awful. I've almost always lost weight easier in the winter. Be that person that is taking care of yourself during the winter. And during these holiday seasons when, everybody kind of puts on their turkey weight and their Christmas weight. So show people that you're using these products, that you can splurge a little bit at dinner because you've got fat fighters, or you're continuously burning an extra 500 calories because you've got your ThermoFit. Talk about how drinking the greens every morning is going to keep you from not eating as much later on during the day. And especially like with the keto coffee, I'm so excited that at my mom's Christmas brunch this year, I'm going to, I'm always over the coffee table at my mom's Christmas brunch. So this year I'm going to set up a keto coffee stand at her house, because, like, y'all, I don't think that my entire family is on board with it works. I've still got aunts and uncles and cousins that, like, give me the side eye, and wonder about what I'm doing. So, but I'm going to set up a keto coffee table, and I'm going to make samples and servings for everybody. So that's actually what's on my auto shipment this month, is 2 bags of the keto coffee. So that's what I'm getting this month. And I'll probably get 1 or 2 more bags in December, and order a little bit sooner so I can be sure I get it before Christmas. So yeah, now's the time to show that you're using them. The products really do sell themselves so much that you're going to find that if you're really branding yourself as someone who uses these products, you're going to find that you don't have to message as much about the products, because they really do sell themselves. So get a product testimony if you don't already have one. I know that Jessica Brown had a baby not too long ago. She loves those wraps, and almost every single wrap I think every single wrap she does, she gets good results and she shows them off. Savannah does videos of her making the shake and mixing up her chocolate greens. I love that. Let's see who else is on here that's always showing something off. Seems like there was somebody that had a really good hair, skin, nails. I think Shayna actually has a really good, I know a few of y'all do, but I think Shayna has a really good hair, skin, nails testimony. And then if she was on here, she was going to talk for a hot second. Molly, yes, okay. How did I miss over you, Molly? Okay, probably because I see your picture and not your face. Molly always is showing off her product testimony. Molly's got a really good rap testimony. I forgot about that. And like, Molly is great proof of people. Like Molly's slim. Like she's in shape. However, don't just look at someone and say, oh, she's skinny, she's not going to be interested. Molly put one wrap on her stomach and had some awesome results. So don't ever count anybody out. And I think Katie Kimbrough has a good hair, skin, nails testimony too. I could be wrong, but I think she does. Okay, so we are almost done. Pedro, don't put that up here. It's wet. Don't. One last thing. We have a special Zoom a week from yesterday, next Wednesday night. It's already scheduled, so if you've already got plans, don't worry. It will be recorded. But, like, y'all are going to want to get on this Zoom. Do y'all want to know who it's going to be with? Like, a lot of y'all are obsessed with her. Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to come to the chat and take a guess? I don't have any prizes to give away, but I would love to see y'all's guesses. Savannah knows. Okay, so our Zoom next Wednesday night is with Morgan McIntyre. She is actually from this area, and like I'm already seeing some of y'all's faces. Y'all recognize her. Y'all know who she is. No, not Chelsea. Chelsea would be a great one though, but Morgan McIntyre. Y'all, she's amazing. If you don't follow her, you should. She is her posts are on point, which is so funny because she shouted me out in a Zoom that she did with Chelsea on my birthday actually, and that's how I missed it. But then like AV and a couple of other people. Okay, no, you're not watching that. And a couple of other people came to me and they were like, "Hey, Morgan gave you a shout out." Y'all, it made my night. It was like my best birthday present because it turns out that like I look up to her as much as she looks up to me. She is amazing. She is someone that kind of mass enrolls loyal customers. If y'all want to hear from someone that it literally signs a loyal customer almost every single day, sometimes 2 a day. Like she averages between 30 and 50 customers a month. So y'all are going to want, you're gonna want to be on the Zoom with her. She is from this area. She went to DeSoto Central, which is right down the road from me. She's from Olive Branch, but she currently lives in Michigan. And she's coming back. She's going to be here for like half the month of November. So I'm actually going to her house, to her mom's house next Wednesday. And we're going to drink coffee and eat a snack or something and Zoom with my team. So, and I am going to announce this to our group chats probably tomorrow. But if I know I have so many questions for her, and I know that some of y'all do too. So please, if you have a question for her, because it's going to be like an interview thing with Morgan, if you have a question for her, will you please drop it in y'all's group chat, not on here, in your group chat on Facebook. If you'll drop it, I'm going to copy and paste all of those questions and then condense them so that we're not coming to her with like, 65 questions. But y'all, she's so positive and so uplifting, and I want to pick her brain. Like I want to know. Yeah, we're gonna eat a snack. 2 snacks. Eat the snack. So I just want to know, like, I want to know how she works her business. Her, like, she's one that shares a lot of personal before and afters and testimonies. I love that. And we rode to Susan Wade's Triples and Above retreat in August, and we rode together. We rode in my Jeep, and we had so much fun, y'all. I'm so excited. So we're going to be Zooming with Morgan next Wednesday. Yeah, Savannah, I saw that you unmuted you really quick. So yes, so Savannah wants to say something really quick, and then I'll wrap us up. We'll be done.
So when we went on the cruise last November, Morgan was on there, and when I saw her, it was literally like I had seen a celebrity. I was like starstruck, literally. And I remember her saying, she said, I mean, if you don't reach out to these potentials, I'm just going to sign them as my loyal customers. So every single time I think like, oh, I'm just going to like message that girl next week. I'm like, oh my gosh, Morgan could get to them before I can get to them. I'm messaging them now. And you will totally see in the Zoom that she is like, how could you say, like, she doesn't sugarcoat. Like, she's very honest, very real. And I think, like, I know you'll leave the Zoom being like, oh, like, I need to message people all night long because she's gonna get those potentials. Because she'll literally leave you feeling like that. She's awesome.
Like, that's how I feel when I do a Zoom with someone, especially someone that really inspires me. I'm competitive. I am really competitive, and I'm like, I want someone to be like, ooh, that Kate Pace girl, I'm going to get her on a Zoom, and she's amazing. I'm competitive, so she brings out that side in me, and she'll tell you she's very competitive too, so I love that. Katie has someone that's going to hop on, and I just found this out. I didn't know. We've actually have a special guest tonight, so Katie has someone that is going to hop on in just a second and maybe just share for a minute or so with us. I did not know that. Katie's messaging me. Katie Kimbrough, she is on Tyler Jolly and Emily East downline on that side of my team. So she's with someone special tonight that wanted to share with us. Does anybody have Jessica? I think her Instagram name is Morgan Renee McIntyre. Look her up. Actually, Jessica, look her up on Facebook, Morgan McIntyre on Facebook. And honestly, if I were you, I wouldn't friend her. I would just follow her. Like I am friends with her now, but I followed her for the longest time. We just became Facebook friends after we rode to Nashville together. But follow her on Facebook, and then you should see her Instagram handle somewhere on Facebook. I follow her on my non-It Works Instagram too, because I think she's that great. Okay, Katie, is she with you? 1 minute, okay. I know, baby.
So
Okay, just 1 second, Gail.
Petition for the other. Just to have that perspective. Yeah. So she'd be a great one if we ever needed her to come in and do some training or talk to them. Yeah.
She is little weasel.
Yeah. So actually, it would be great for that.
I mean, she draws.
Yeah.
She's great. She's gonna be a rookie.
She's gonna be a movie. Yeah.
She loves rookies.
We'll get her.
All right, lady.
What about that?
Yeah.
Kate, so
Yeah.
are we on? Are we muted?
Hi. Okay,
How
y'all.
are you? Is it just us, or are there a bunch of people here?
So this is a lot of my. This is probably.
Yay! It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, this is probably I don't know, like a quarter of my active team. There's not a ton of us on tonight, but can you introduce yourself so everybody knows who you are?
Yes, my name's Aspen Emery, and I am a field development regional with It Works. So I'm in the field development with Cami. Some of you might know that, some of you might not. I'm scrolling through looking at all of you. So we're at a wrap party tonight. So good to see you guys.
Thank you so much. I had no
See you
idea
guys
that
later.
Katie was with you. How cool.
Yeah, we've been just hanging out, building the business.
Yes, y'all having so
That
much
good
fun. Okay, well, maybe at some point, Katie, you could hook us up with like a Zoom with Aspen. That would be so cool.
Yes.
I'll work on that.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for hopping on.
Absolutely, anytime.
Okay, did you
I'll
guys?
catch you guys.
Okay, bye, Katie. Did you guys have any last minute questions that I could answer really quick? You can throw them. I'll give y'all just like a minute to throw them in the chat if you have any. And then, because I did want to keep it open for questions since I actually finished like 10 minutes sooner than I thought I would. That never happens, ever. Now that I have internet, I will be able to configure this right now, and I will wait until it is posted to you. Savannah, are you taking a picture? You could at least tell us all to smile. Okay, everybody smile. Savannah's taking a picture. Okay, Paige says she has a question from earlier. Go ahead. You can type it or you can talk it. Oh gosh. Customer testimonials. Y'all, how did I not say this? So when I posted a testimonial from my customer Lena the other day, I don't know if y'all saw that, but she's lost like 21 pounds in 3 weeks, and she started using the cleanse and Thermofit, and she's used some wraps. Y'all, I had so much interaction on that post, and I think I had 3 or 4 people inbox me about it. And then that's where you go from. I think that showing your customers results is second in line to yours. Your customer, like that's why we're here. Who's your customer, Paige? I'm sorry, I got confused. Donna. Who's Donna? I was just talking about my customer, Lena. Who's Donna? Are you muted, Paige?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
She's one of my good friends. She tried everything. I'm talking about everything from Advocare to Plexus to whatever. And her doctor was really getting on to her. I'm talking like bad. And she came to me as a last resort, and she's like, look, just let me sign up for. And I said, sure, go ahead. And, I told her my experience with it. And she signed up. She is down, I think, like 20-something pounds.
That's so crazy.
And she is just like, we were sitting together when I did a tailgate, and it was actually the Ole Miss Alabama game there. And we were talking, and she was going around with me talking to everybody about it. She's like, you don't understand. She's like, I could not lose weight at all. And she's like, legit. And she's like, I need to order the keto coffee soon. And like, she's avid. It works.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's just, she was literally like trying to recruit people with me. And she's not a distributor or anything like that.
She needs to be.
Unfortunately, she should be, but she doesn't want to be right now. But she is a perfect person to put on that kind of pedestal for what It Works can do for you.
I love that. Well, she needs to be a distributor at some point. But yeah,
I would love it.
That was amazing. I'm so glad that you brought that up, Paige, because I can't believe I didn't mention that a while ago. I mean, obviously, yeah, in addition to like making relationships with these people who become customers, keep up with them and follow up with them and see how they're liking their products. I would say 85 to 90% of my customers love their product, or if they don't love the first thing they get, they find something that they love. Like that is so important. We would not be where we are without our customers. And I hope y'all realize that. Like this company is more customer based. It's a lot more customer based than distributor based. So keep up with them and ask them for testimonials. I like to screenshot the texts and the messages that I get about how much a customer loves whatever she's trying or whatever he's using. And then I use PicsArt to like paste that screenshot over a photo. And I want people to know that I'm not just over here like just running my mouth. We've got this team alone. Actually, I almost sent this to y'all the other night. Because we got to 1776 customers, which is the year the Declaration of Independence was signed. And I was like, on a scale of 1 to America, how cool is our? Oh wait, is that the Declaration of Independence? Wasn't it 1770? I think it was 1776. And I was gonna say, on a scale of 1 to America, how awesome is our team? Of 1776 customers. Anyway, I didn't do it. I guess I'm glad I didn't, because nobody else would think that's funny except for me. I'm right. Y'all, we're still recording. So, But yeah, like as of right now, let me see how much it is today. I've not looked at it today. And this was just like last night and the night before. I was like 1779. So this was last night. We signed 3 customers today, y'all. I'm so excited. November is going to be amazing. But you know what? November is going to be great. December is going to be great. But I'm telling y'all, wait till January. Like, wait till February. Wait till March and April. And this is, the one last thing I was going to say. I actually said this to a few people on a little call I did last night and the night before. And so I'm going to say it to y'all. As far as commissions go, I should have said this earlier, but you know me. We're, regardless of exactly what the products are, we are in a sales market. I mean, we're in sales, just like people in insurance or real estate or whatever, cars, whatever. We are in sales. So this is what I know about sales, because I have a lot of people in my family that do sales. There are seasons with it, and there are times where you're not going to have as much business, and that is just how it is, y'all. That's business. But this is what I can tell you about It Works. From having officially been in this business almost 2 full years, and having been a diamond leader for well over a year, 2 years in May. If it means that I get to have the income and see my business grow the way it does in the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August and September, if it means that 9 months out of 12 are so amazing for my business and for my team, and 3 months of the year are not as great, that's not the rule. But if it means that 9 months, like guaranteed, are amazing, and 3 of them aren't as great, you know what? I'll take it. I will keep working my butt off, and I will remain a part of this business, and I'll continue working really, really hard and being smart and being purposeful and intentional, especially during those 3 months. I will continue working my behind off for those. I'm sorry, Katie's calling me on Facebook Messenger, and I'm not quite sure why. I will continue working my behind off to have those 9 amazing months. And if it means that 3 of them are not as amazing, or if it means that 3 of them I'm not reaping as much, but then that's okay. I just got to do a little more sowing during those 3 months, and that's okay with me. So I like, that's kind of the attitude that I have now, and that I would love for y'all to have too. Is that right now, for really anything in sales, it is, in general, it's kind of a slower time. There are like leaders in this company whose teams are blowing it out of the, like, well, I mean, y'all are really so far in November, like we are killing it so far in November, but there are leaders whose teams are bringing in like record volume during the fall. In general, though, anything in sales, unless it's like Christmas trees and turkeys right now, it's not a super great time to be in sales. But you know what? If it means that come January, my business is going to explode, and that I might be presidential by the end of February or the end of March, heck, y'all, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it all. Like, I will take it. So that's the attitude I want y'all to have, and to just be overcome with gratefulness that whatever is deposited into your account from It Works on the 15th, you didn't have that before It Works. And that's like the attitude I would love for you guys to have, and just to be grateful, and to constantly be in prayer about it, and be thanking the Lord that He gave this to you. And, to ask Him, like, if it's my time, if it's your will, I want more of it. I want to do what I'm called to do. And if it's, if it means that I'm a Ruby for 2 years, but then something happens and something changes in my business and I go triple diamond in 3 months, so be it. If it means that I stay a triple diamond for 2 years like Chelsea did, that's fine. If that's what God wants, then that's what's going to happen. And I'm just going to have a grateful heart throughout all of it. That's my goal, is to just remain grateful and to stay in constant prayer about my business. That's important to me. And I hope that's important to y'all too. Okay, so I love y'all. If there's anybody else that has a question, I've seen like 16 people yawn, and there's only like 12 of y'all on here, so it's bedtime for some of y'all. Did you pee? Yeah. Oh my God. Awesome. Yeah, he's like right here. Okay, let's see. If nobody else has a question, then I'm going to go ahead and end us. Don't forget Morgan McIntyre Zoom on Wednesday. I'm telling you, if you know, especially if you're needing some inspiration and some motivation, y'all, anytime I see her post, I'm like, oh gosh, I've not posted in 30 minutes. I got to catch up. Oh, it's at 8 Central on Wednesday. I tried to keep in mind of people who go to Wednesday night church. I would say most people are out of church by 7:30 or 8, so I'm keeping that in mind because I know we've got a lot of us that do Wednesday night church. And I will be at her mom's house drinking coffee and eating snacks, and we'll do like an interview Zoom. And I will I will remind y'all to like shoot some questions because it is going to be like an interview thing. I'm just going to ask her the questions and let her talk and do her thing. You know, she's incredible. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, anybody else? I think we're pretty much done. Okay, well, I'm praying for y'all tonight. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for getting on. This is going to be an amazing November, and I hope y'all are as excited about it as I am, and that y'all realize how worthy you are and see the potential here. Every single one of y'all is worthy. Every single one of y'all has a gift. Every single one of y'all is on the Zoom, and you're a part of this team for a reason, and I love all of y'all so much. But I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll get this recorded and put on my YouTube channel ASAP, and I will share that link when it's done. Love y'all. Bye.